We're on page 98 in your science book. Remember to write down the words and page number I tell you as you read along with me. Life in an ocean. Look and wonder. These strange life forms are jellyfish. They have no brains, bones, or eyes. They have poisonous tentacles that capture food. How are their bodies? The next word you're going to write down. Starts with an A. And remember, we're on page 98. You can pause if you need to while you write it down. I'm going to read that sentence again. How are their bodies adapted to move through water? Page 101. What is an ocean like? Bubbles rise from your snorkel. Before your eyes is a world of color and beauty. A coral reef is like no other place on earth. It is a ridge of colorful fish, sponges, and other forms of ocean life. Its shallow waters are warm and clear. Its maze of coral can be millions of years old. The coral reef is a highlight of Earth's largest environment, the ocean. An ocean is a large body of, you're going to write those next two words. We're on page 101. I'm going to read the sentence again. An ocean is a large body of salt water. Earth has 5 oceans that are all connected. These are the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest. It covers more than 166 million square kilometers, 64 million square miles, or about 1/3 of the planet. Billions of living things are found in Earth's oceans. Almost all ocean life forms live in shallow waters that are 100 meters deep, about 328 feet or less. Yet most of the world's oceans have a depth of 1,500 meters, 4,920 feet or more. The bottom of the ocean is too cold and dark to support much life. We're going to go back to page 100 really quick and read our caption at the bottom in yellow. Coral reefs are found in the warm, shallow waters of tropical, and the next word you're going to write down. Remember, we're on page 100 for this word. Let me read that sentence again. Coral reefs are found in the warm, shallow waters of tropical oceans. Page 102. We'll start at the top with the caption. Eelgrass is often mistaken for seaweed, but it is really a flowering plant. How do plants survive in the ocean? Few true plants are adapted to survive in the ocean. Eelgrass is one of them. Most of the ocean's plants are not true plants. They are algae. Algae are plant-like living things. Just like plants, they use water, carbon dioxide gas, and sunlight to make their own food. Just like plants, they give off the next word that starts with an O you're going to write down. I'm going to read that sentence again. Just like plants, they give off oxygen, the gas we breathe. 2 main kinds of algae are found in the ocean. One kind has root-like structures that attach to the ocean bottom. These plants can only live in shallow water, where they get enough sunlight to grow. The other kind does not have roots. This adaptation allows them to, write the next word. Starts with a D. Again, I'm going to read the sentence. This adaptation allows them to drift near the sunlight surface of the water. Both kinds of algae have adaptations that help them survive in the ocean's salty water. We're now at the top of page 103. Kelp forests grow tall toward the water's sunlit surface. Kelp forests. Algae grows very quickly. A type of algae called, you're going to write that next word. I'll read that sentence again. A type of algae called kelp can group together and grow to huge sizes. Kelp forests in the Pacific Ocean can reach heights of 30 meters, 98 feet. Kelp has leaf-like structures that take in sunlight. It also has balloon-like structures called air bladders that help it float. Kelp grows in clear, shallow water. Animals such as sea urchins and sea otters live in kelp forests. Kelp looks similar to a land plant, but it has adaptations to help it survive in water. And you can see on page 102, it shows you what the air bladders look like in the kelp. Okay, on page 104, we're going to start at the very top where it says breathing and moving. Breathing and moving. 1. Water enters the fish's mouth. 2. Structures in the gills then take in oxygen from the water. 3. Fins help the fish steer as it swims. 4. A fish moves forward by waving its muscular tail back and forth. Read a photo. How are fish specifically adapted to life underwater? Clue, match each body part with its numbered caption. And you're going to write down the first word in number 2 on breathing and moving. The first word in number 2 on breathing and moving. It starts with an S. You're going to write that word down. Remember, we're on page 104. Pause if you need. How do animals survive underwater? Of all the animals in the ocean, fish are the most numerous. Ocean animals have adaptations that help them live in their environment. Breathing. Like people, fish need oxygen to breathe. Fish use a body part called gills to get oxygen from water. The gills are located on both sides of the fish, just behind its head. Water comes into the fish's mouth, then passes through the gills. The gills take in oxygen as the water passes out. Moving. A fish's body is shaped to move easily through water. Fish have strong tails to help them move forward. Fins help them steer. Crabs are related to spiders. Like spiders, they walk along the ground. On page 105 now. Staying safe. The ocean is a wild place. Many animals interact in a constantly changing environment. Small fish feed on plants, and large fish eat smaller fish. Still, larger animals, such as sharks and whales, rule the underwater animal kingdom. How do animals stay safe in this? You're going to read that next word, write that next word. It starts with an E. I will read that sentence again. How do animals stay safe in this environment? The stingray has a sharp and poisonous tail. Waving its flat body, the stingray swims quickly along the ocean floor. If a stingray senses danger, in just a few seconds, it will cover itself with some sand. Its skin is the same color as sand. This, and you're going to write that next word, starts with a C. I'll read that sentence. This camouflage is a way that the stingray and other ocean animals stay safe underwater. Skip down to the caption, the green caption. The color of the stingray's skin is similar to the ocean floor. This helps it blend in and stay safe. Okay, we're on page 106 now. How do animals survive in the very deep ocean? Deep, deep down near the bottom of the ocean, it is extremely cold and dark. Only animals with special adaptations can live there. Look at the photo of the viperfish. Its giant eyes help it find food even in the dark. So if you put your finger down and go over to the, looks like the blue arrow, it says the viperfish opens its jaws wide to capture fish swimming by. All right, back to the paragraph. The giant squid, another deep ocean animal, has eyes as big as volleyballs. On land, animals that hunt at night have big eyes too. This adaptation is helpful in environments where there is little light. The anglerfish, on the other hand, has small eyes. It has poor vision. It has a different adaptation that helps it get food. It has a growth on top of its head that lights up. Other animals are attracted to you're going to write that word, starts with an L. Let me read that sentence again. Other animals are attracted to the light. When they swim close to the light, the anglerfish attacks. Both the viperfish and the anglerfish have very sharp teeth. If you go over to the arrow, the orange arrow, it says the anglerfish has a lighted fishing pole to attract prey. And at the very, very bottom, tube worms have a hard-shelled tube that protects them from predators. Cool, huh?